Star Citizen Alpha 4.4 Welcome to Nyx is now live, and if you're a Perseus owner, that's immediately available to Perseus owners. You can fly that ship now. I'm going to be talking about all of the new stuff in this patch in a little summary and go over how you can get involved with some of it without too much in the way of spoilers, because there's some cool stuff with the sworn enemies missions, but I don't want to go over exactly how to do it all, because otherwise you won't be having any fun doing it. If you are coming over from the PTU, you can just rename your PTU folder live before downloading this, and you can just update it. That will save you some bandwidth. And if you are just updating Star Citizen from the PTU or from live, then delete your shader folder using the launcher, as that's good practice. The Frontier Fighters Finale limited event from 4.3.2 is now over. There is no specific limited event with this patch. The Sworn Enemies mission set is effectively repeatable. It's a repeatable activity, and there are other missions that use that area, and you can keep on looting it. However, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2955 is about to start, and that is a limited time event. There was no wipe with this patch beyond normal consumables being wiped, as like we always expect, and a couple of other little bits like customizations and stuff. Hopefully, all your stuff from last patch has carried over. Let's talk about new features, though. It's all about the Nyx system. Many wanderers find themselves searching for a new system when the controlling grip of oppression clutches too tightly. That system is Nyx, removed and untethered from an overruling establishment, home to Levski, a settlement built on a belief in equality for all sentient beings. Nyx is a beacon of hope for any traveller still longing for freedom. So, you've got some jump points. A couple of new jump points, one from Pyro and one from Stanton, both going to Nyx. The one that goes from Stanton to Nyx is temporary though, and that will be going elsewhere in the future. There are jump point stations at the entrances on both sides as well. We've got the Glacium Ring. So this is a dense asteroid belt around the Nyx star. While the asteroid field has seen some mining, it's mostly known as a very good place to avoid unwanted attention. This belt houses hundreds of abandoned QV service stations and wreck sites. So yeah, you'll be seeing asteroid bases and QV plant service stations around. Levski is nestled within the Glacium Ring as well. It's the hero zone there. Levski is a dream turned place, turned symbol to all people looking for a home where their voice can be heard. Founded centuries ago by the People's Alliance, a revolutionary group that sought to escape Earth's Mesa regime, Levski still stands apart from the oppressive forces that inevitably followed. So yeah, it's situated on a massive asteroid with a giant borehole through it known as Delamar. Just like its community-driven ethos, Levski has amenities to meet everyone's needs: a hospital, marketplace, and a local watering hole, Cafe Musain. Make this settlement a practical as well as peaceful place to land. Tune up and tune in during your visit. It teaches an ever-reliable ship shop and home to Levski's own Talking Shop, which will see premiere, I believe, properly at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. So what else is going on? Well, there's lots of mining and salvage opportunities because of the giant asteroidy field there, and Nyx 1, 2, and 3, they will be coming in the future, but they are not in this initial patch. We are waiting on the Genesis tech and the new planetary tech for that, which is going to be introduced in 2026. We've got some missions and threats though. So there is a new faction, the Shattered Blade, and some Vandal tech smugglers. These are more focused FPS threats though. There's Vandal ship enemies though. The Scythe, the Blade, the Glaive, and Stinger, along with, I suppose, Vandal pilots, are making their way into Nyx, and you will have to fight them. Familiar missions with those new enemies as a twist are here too. So basically, these new missions include variants of missing persons, courier patrol, ship ambush, bounty, recover cargo, and support attacked ship missions with new narrative to fit the new star system. There's a very cool hero mission or sandbox activity here along the same sort of lines as SD facilities and Align and Mine, all that sort of stuff. The Sworn Enemies operation effectively continues the Onyx facilities investigation story. Intersec wants you to find the source of the Vandal bodies and tech that was being smuggled into the Stanton system. The trail leads to a derelict QV logistics station in the Nyx system. The mission is reputation gated with Intersec, so you have to raise your rank with them before the mission becomes available, and then you'll see Vandal tech smugglers show up in your contracts under investigation. You don't need to have done all the previous ASD missions though. It's meant to be a small group mission, That's how you're supposed to run it, with a few people, or at least a couple of people, but you could technically run it solo if you are a mad lad. It is hectic, it is relatively dangerous, and there's lots of FPS and ship-based foes. Come prepared. It's intended to be a combined arms PvE mission. Fight off Vandal attacking a station, lift a lockdown, hunt down and gather data packets from enemy lieutenants, find the server racks in security, the Polaris and auxiliary station, and decrypt a server blade. You'll have to go and retrieve some defended data, board a Polaris and loot it, search derelict ships that are defended by Vandal, get into a warehouse loot room, all while more Vandal ships and FPS enemies may be spawning, and Wicklow will want some of that loot as well. And talking about some of the loot that you can find, they've added the Boom Tube rocket launcher, which is 3 rockets taped together. That's what it fires anyway. Boom. And it fires this like deadly payload that it takes a couple of seconds for it to arm though, so you can't fire too close. Otherwise you just sort of, it's a dud. You're going to have to work out the sweet spot distance to make this weapon effective, but it is pretty effective when you do. There's also the triple down shotgun pistol, which is a bolt action drum magazine silly pistol for space pirates. We've got some medium Tetsudo battle tech armor, and you can find these items throughout the Vandal Tech Smugglers mission, the Swan Enemies mission. There's also a Vandal version from Wicklow. There's lots of Vandal Tech Smuggler faction armor to loot as well from their bodies. Some other economy updates. There are various improvements to hauling and cargo, including exterior freight elevators being added. So these are basically large pads and large elevators, cargo elevators on the exterior of a station or whatever, allowing you to quickly manage your cargo is the idea and get it into the station or whatever. But they are open to the elements and space and potential looting. There are more places to buy, sell and make profit though, and these sort of things do help with that and just the general moving around of cargo and logistics. There are interstellar hauling missions as well. These are procedurally generated across Cloud Imperium and Nyx, and basically go take these goods from this system to this system. And they come in a variety of shapes and sizes for players with different size ships and lore alignments and session expectations. Lots of different stuff there. There are some shop updates as well. There's more flat items added to shops. Inventories may have been tweaked a bit. We've got Teacher's ship shop at Levski. We've got Gray's ship shop at Grimhex. We've got new ships being added to in-game shops with the Asgard, the Starlance Attack, the MTC, the Guardian MX, the Prouder Utility, and the Meteor. Wicklow also has a special version of the Meteor and Guardian MX available, and is after Vandally bits and artifacts that you might find during that Sworn Enemies mission. Some ship and weapon updates. PDTs or S's or C's, the point defense systems, basically whatever you call them, point defense turrets, point defense cannons, they've had their alpha damage reduced by around 50%, and this has also lowered their DPS, and they have lowered the item's mass because apparently they were too heavy. Missile health was also reduced 50%, and torpedo health by 30%, resulting in PDTs or whatever you call them being effective against missiles and slightly less so against torpedoes, but they are not as effective against other targets. So missiles and torpedoes are what they're intended to shoot down typically, because they are effectively auto-firing. They didn't want them to just annihilate fighters willy-nilly. The Maxox neutron cannon, the size 1 and 2 versions anyway, have had some visual updates. There's been ship agility improvements with the F8C Lightning, the Hawk, the Arrow, the Scythe. There's been medium interceptor tuning improvements. The Vanguard Hoplite has seen its nose HP reduced and body HP increased. I'll dig deeper in the next couple of days to see if there's any more ship changes beyond that. There's been a player injury pass, so they've basically gone, look, there's not going to be RNG as much when it comes to your injuries sort of triggering. They now have a binary trigger threshold. Also, when you take an injury, you don't get as much of a max HP reduction, and the amount of damage to get an injury has increased for each body part around 1.5 times. The intention here is that they want to make injuries more reflective of time spent in combat and act as warnings of when you need to rest and restore. You go, okay, now I need to go and rest. I need to bug out. I can't just fight forever. Some other bits. There's loads of new music in the game, and it's really cool in Nyx. The music in Star Citizen has always been pretty superb. There's lots of beards and facial hair and one new hairstyle for character customization. There's a massive range of fixes for issues from 4.3.2 for missions, ships, locations, progression, and more, as well as loads of tech and performance improvements. We'll dig in to all of the bugs and problems and common issues with 4.4 in the next couple of days as well, once they've had time to cook a little. The Twitch drops that CIG were talking about are now live as well. Watch a streamer that's playing Star Citizen on Twitch for 4 hours after you've connected your Twitch account with your RSI account, and assuming the streamer's got Twitch drops enabled, then you'll get yourself some new armor. Talking about some new armor, there's a couple of patch bundles available. There's the Epoch Aves and the Epoch Dust Devil patch sets. So these are interesting. Basically, it's a difference of medium armor with the Aves and heavy armor with the Dust Devil. The heavy armor is pretty cool because it's got a sweet cloak. But you also get a P8SC SMG and skin for the Intrepid. I always think these sort of patch bundles are far too expensive. Give me something for $10 rather than something for $20, $25. There's loads of ship sales coming with the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo starting the 20th of November, and CIG showed off the Drake Clipper in the trailer for 4.4, so that's pretty cool. That is basically it for what you need to know about Alpha 4.4 going live. I do want to say about the Vulcan effects, if you are running an AMD graphics card and you're having a problem where you're getting like cheat protection triggering when you try and run Star Citizen, it instantly crashing, it won't load. Potentially downloading the Vulcan SDK runtime and running that can fix your problem. It fixed it for me. I know other people have been sort of rolling back their adrenaline drivers to 25.9.1. I actually found doing both was the best option for me because those older AMD drivers seem to actually have a better frame rate in 4.4. Anyway, if you're suffering from that problem, I hope that helps you. Something else that might help you, Tobii eye trackers. You want some natively supported head and eye tracking in Star Citizen? Well, you can get 20% off Tobii eye tracker 5s at the moment. Oh, they're fantastic. I've got one. You can get one too. Use the links below. Something else that's fantastic. What's that? NordVPN? Oh, thank you very much, NordVPN. I'd use the links below to get better accessibility, security, and privacy on the internet if I didn't already have NordVPN. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway. For November, we are giving away the latest in pristine technology, the Grey's Market Shiv, a heavy fighter with a bucket of weaponry, and the first compound ship in game. It is made up of a cutlass and a load of other ships stuck together. It comes with lifetime insurance and a game package, all you need to play Star Citizen. But we're also bundling in a CitizenCon digital goodies pack, just loads of FPS items and stuff that you can put around your hangar and your base eventually. Just comment on any of our videos during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. Also, a big thank you to CIG for providing that prize. If you would like to further support the channel by clicking the join button under our videos and becoming a channel member or becoming a Patreon, then please do. It helps out a ton and enables us to make daily Star Citizen content, even when the YouTube algorithm or revenues are unkind. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click any of the affiliate links under our videos. That helps too. It gives us a little kickback. Share with us your feedback and what you'd like to see. We'll see you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video.